So let's get out with the Slim Max.
Welcome to Matt on Foil.
Hello everyone, look how beautiful it is here. The only disadvantage is I cannot pump foil here. I cannot foil, really, because this rock here, I cannot start from there. It's too shallow, the rock is underneath the water, I cannot beach start. So that's my mistake. What can I do? How can I get on foil? There's just one option, FoilDrive. But there's not just one option, there are two options. So which one should you pick if you were to go on vacation like this? The Slim or the Max? Let's find out.
It's been a while since my last session, so my first goal was to get used to foil drive again, doing it in the flat with the beautiful weather, not a lot of waves. And then the next day the waves started to show, and getting out is really quite tricky, but it's super important that you keep your remote locked when going through the wave. As soon as you turn it, you can unlock. So motoring against the waves also is not easy. Then turning and getting back on the waves, so much fun. So much fun. I used a quite big front wing, the Barracuda XL, just because I'm used to it. I know how to pump it, I know how it behaves, and it was super cool. So just getting on these waves, yes, the occasional wipeout, but that's just what it is. Then I downsized. I wanted to know if I could go with the Slim with my Barracuda L, 1000 square centimeters of span and surface, and I went out with my small board, the 20 liter Ledois pump foil board. And then again, it was quite a change to get up on foil. You really have to apply a lot of pressure to the front of the board, but not too much and too early. If not, you're just gonna drown. But after a few little tries, it went all right, and I was able to pump around even with the smaller setup. Re-engaging the motor takes some time to get used to, but after a while it worked quite well. What for me was the most difficult part is to see how shallow it was, because the water is so clear. So sometimes I foiled around, I pumped around, and I thought it's surely deep enough here. So I continued pumping, foiling, and more often than not, it just stopped immediately. The board, everything stopped. I don't think it's too good for the gear, but that's just what it is. And I flew over. Yeah, what do you want? That's just what it was. So after these flat or flat-ish days, it was time for me to change. I took the bigger foil because I'm more used to it, and I'm not super good at reading bumps. So I took the Barracuda XL for the comparison between the Slim and the Max, just because between waves I wanted to be able to pump around without losing my breath. Safety wise, I used a life jacket, I used my helmet because I went out quite far for my taste, and I just wanted to be sure if something were to happen that I would be as safe as possible. I didn't want to drain the battery to zero neither, so I just wanted to go a little further out than I usually went so I could surf back. So let's change to the onboard camera and the actual comparison.
All right, I'm out with the Slim, the 20 liter board, but the rather big foil. Let's go. I'm out here in the water. It took me like 6 or 7 tries to get on foil and motor out, which already used over 40% of battery. I'm now at 40%. Before I stopped, it said 19, but now it's at 40. So in order to make this a fair comparison, I'm gonna go with 40 on the other side as well. I'm gonna try to surf the waves now to get back and change onto the Max. All right, see you later. All right, it's kind of stupid because I'm at 40% now, surfed all the way in. So I used 60% almost to get out, and then what, 2% to come back in? I'm gonna change to another Slim because I had trouble getting up. Now, as it was the first time today, now it might be better with the second run. So let's go for a second Slim. See you later. So I'm at 45%, fell down twice, so I needed to get up 3 times. I'm at the border from where the light blue turns into the dark blue. That's far enough for me, safety wise. So I'm gonna surf back, and then let's go for the big one. See you later. I would say I'm pretty much at the same spot that I was before. 82% battery. Yes, I managed to get going on the first go, but still, yeah. In order to get going, it was not really a difference. So let's see how the surf feels. And maybe I'm gonna get some images now. Let's see. See you later. So I'm back from the max session, 81%. Still a lot of battery, still very fun. I'm trying to get some footage for you guys. And as Jamie O'Brien says, let's start the music. So here you would see some amazing footage from when I was out there. Not amazing, average rider as you know. But as you can see here, the battery wasn't completely in. There was a little red dot showing and water came in and my Insta360 actually broke. But still, here you can see some footage from when I was a little closer to shore and my family filmed. So that's how it can look with the Slim, with the small board. Look at this beautiful place. The ocean's here, there's a little bit of wind, but not enough for me to get up on foil with the para wing or with the wing. I cannot paddle. And dock starting here, I tried on the rock as you can see here, but it didn't work. So the only way for me to get up on foil is with this guy. Finger blasting, foil driving, and it is really fun. Not only just cruising around, like e-foiling, but also getting out against the waves and surfing back. It was really fun. Also, it's the only way to pump, but pumping with the max kind of sucks because you can really feel the weight. Pumping with the Slim on the other hand is pretty impressive. I use the same foil setup as I do dock starting, and with the Slim I can get on foil in the flat, in the waves, and it's just so much fun. So I, for myself, would take the Slim on a flat day, or if I were just downwinding. If I would go against the waves, then I would not take the Slim because the battery drains pretty rapidly. Then I would use the max, the Slim. With the Slim I used 60% to get against the wind and maybe 2% to get up on foil and surf down. So that's really something else. But with the max, after 2 times the distance that I used with the Slim, I still had over 80% of battery left. So upwind, downwinders, yes, with the max. And just pumping around or getting to downwinding with the Slim, amazing. I can highly recommend it. It's super fun also for the kids cruising around. So I'm gonna take my stuff and I'm gonna get back out there because it's just so much fun, and it's the only way for me to get on foil. Thanks Dom for hooking me up with the FoilDrive Slim. Thanks Andrea for helping me out in the first few sessions. I wanted to give you more footage of out on the water. The problem is my Insta360 got a little bit of water inside and it's dead, so it's another couple of $100 that I lost. So if you like these videos, you enjoy it, and yeah, maybe it even helps deciding if you want to buy one or the other. Think about helping me out. Link it is in the description. Buy me a cup of coffee, or just, yeah, help me get my camera gear back. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing, sharing as well. That helps a lot. And see you guys in the next one. So. Vad är Nino? Ah ja. Tschüss.